Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to video number 177, how to select sample size for research. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do subscribe to the channel and do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get timely notification about my other videos. Let me start with the definitions of sample and population. Population can be thought of as a complete set of all elements that possess some common characteristics defined by the sampling criteria which is established by the researcher. So these elements may be persons or objects. It is composed of two groups. Population, there may be a target population as well as accessible population. So population is composed of two groups. The first one is the target population. It is also known as the universe, and it is the entire group of people or objects to which the researcher wishes to generalize the findings of the study, and it meets a set of criteria of interest to researcher. Then there is accessible population, and it is that portion of the population to which the researcher has a reasonable access, and it may be a subset of the target population. It may be limited to a region, a province or a state, a city, a county, or an institution or a union council. After defining population, we will define a sample. A sample is a subset of the population, and the selected elements, that is people or objects chosen for the participation in the study, and here people are referred to as the subjects or participants. So far as sample is concerned, it must be as much like the population in many ways as possible so that it could be representative. So a sample need to be representative. Next is sampling. The difference between sample and sampling is that sampling is the process of selecting a sample from the population, and then there is a sampling frame, and sampling frame consists of a list of all elements or objects in the population from which the sample is drawn. Now we will discuss how sample size is determined. My dear follower, many researchers and postgraduate students are faced with this dilemma that they have problem with what would be a representative sample of the population concerned. So the sample size poses a problem, so it must be understood by them. Now we may have a larger population, and that may be unknown, or we may have a small population and that may be known. So for these we have different formulas. According to a famous statistician, Cochrane, in his book published in 1963, used the following formula that yields a representative sample for the proportions, and that formula is given in this equation: n naught is equal to z square times p times q divided by e square, where n is the sample size, z square is the abscissa of the normal curve that cuts off an area alpha at the two tails, E is the desired level of precision, P is the estimated proportion of any attribute that is present in the population, and Q is equal to 1 minus P. The value of Z can be found in statistical tables which contains the area under the normal curve, and this is available in different statistics books. Then there is sample small population, and that is usually known. So if the population is small and known, then the sample size can be reduced slightly. This is because a given sample size provides proportionately more information for a small population than for a large population. The sample size n naught can be adjusted using the following equation. So look at this equation 2. This is for a sample adjustment, where n is the sample size and the capital N is the population size. Now let me give some example of sample determination in a larger population. Here is the example. Suppose we want to evaluate a province-wise or a province-wide family planning program in which household heads were encouraged to adopt it. Let us assume that there is a large population, but that we do not know the variability in the proportion that will adopt a practice. Therefore, we may assume P is equal to 0.5, that is 50%. Furthermore, suppose we desire a 95% confidence level and plus minus 5% precision. The resulting sample size is determined in the following equation, and it gives us 385 household heads. Now suppose our evaluation of household family practice only affected 2000 household heads. The sample size that would now be necessary is shown in equation number 4, and it gives us a sample of 323 households heads, where n is the sample size and capital N is the population size. So this is how we can determine sample size in a larger population when the proportion is not known, and when the proportion is known, then we can adjust the sample size. There is another famous formula given in Introduction to Statistics by Tero Yamane, and this book was published in 1967. Tero Yamane has come up with a more simplified formula to calculate the sample size. Here it is also assumed that there is a 95% confidence level, and the precision level is 0.5. So we may have this equation, and when a small n is the sample size, and that is equal to capital N divided by 1 plus n times e raised to the power 2. So this is how we can explain this equation. And if we look at this equation, it gives us a sample size of 333. Remember, we use a capital N 2000 that was found out earlier in equation 4, and the precision level is 0.05, and using this formula of Tero Yamane, it gives us a sample size of 333. Now if we compare these various formula, there is a little bit difference in the sample size depending upon the size of the population, the proportion, the precision level, and so on. My dear students, I hope this video was helpful for you. You may try these formulas whenever you are doing research based on survey level. For time series data, you basically don't need such formulas, or for panel data, but for cross-sectional data, especially when you undertake household level survey. Then you need to determine the sample size. So you may either use a Cochran-Urquhart method, or you may use a Terayamani method to arrive at a suitable sample size, and then on the basis of that sample, you may generalize your findings about the target population. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, kindly do ask a question in a comment. Uh, Stay calm, wash your hands, stay home, and stay safe, and kindly help save the lives of your loved ones. I hope you are taking care of yourself during this hard time of COVID-19. I hope this is over soon. Thank you, and see you in another video soon.